Everybody, favorite vlogger again, coming to you with your questions that you have been sending me. I'm gonna field two of them tonight. There's still tons more that I would like to get to. I just kind of have to rearrange some quiet time and space to actually get it done. But nonetheless, I'm gonna get straight into the first one. It's from Malcolm Awesome. Malcolm wants to know, says, "Hey, favorite vlogger, been watching your videos, love them very much. The one thing I want to know is what are the things that occur in Denmark that we don't normally do in our everyday lives in the States?" Well, Malcolm, I think one of the main things is actually I just talked about this in school not too long ago. Here in Denmark, there is a thing where basically when you go anywhere, and when I mean anywhere, you could be going to the grocery store, you can go to the gas station, you could be going to school, but primarily your job, which is super important. So you need to remember, so if you ever move to Denmark, this is like, I, I'm not 100% sure it's not a rule, but it's something that you need to kind of get used to in your daily routine, if that's something that you can understand what I'm trying to say. Um, a simple saying, good morning. Now, I come from a place, I come from Florida. When I get to my job, out of all the jobs that I've had, I can never really remember any of them forcing me to say good morning. And when I say force, I'm not saying like they put a gun to your head and say you better say good morning, else you're fired. It's nothing like that. It's nothing. They do nothing like that here in Denmark. But it's just a simple fact. I guess it's politeness is what it is. My first official job here in Denmark, I didn't know anything about this saying good morning stuff. I really didn't. I'd come in and sometimes I'd be ridiculously tired. I was working retail. And the next morning, I'd get up and I had to catch like a train and two buses to get to my job. It was a job in Fotex. I was in the electronics department, and my boss and coworkers, they would normally, I guess they have this thing where they would say good morning, and they'd be like, "Hey, good morning, hey, good morning," regardless of who you are, or where it was, and if you had a crappy day, a crappy morning, crappy start, crappy evening, whatever, it was, "Hey, good morning." And I wasn't used to that. It took me a really good long time to get used to saying good morning. Sometimes my wife, she does it now, and it's just like it's something that I guess is embedded in their system. You want to start your day on a good start, so you just say good morning to whomever, and it doesn't matter who you are. I've gone to the gas stations first thing in the morning, and the guy across from me will be like, "Good morning." Bro, I don't know you, but good morning. I mean, and they give you a really weird look if you don't really respond back, because I guess it's something with this. I hope I'm saying it right. The Gentilo, Italen, something like that, where you are no better than nobody else on this land. So if somebody says good morning to you, you need to acknowledge that back, and that's one of the things that over here in Denmark, it's like it's given. It's you need to say good morning. There are some times now when I'm just like, and I know you're gonna be like, what if you haven't had your morning coffee and all the rest of the stuff? I don't drink coffee, and a lot of people know that already. But there are times when it takes me a good while to wake up and like physically get my mind in gear. So I may not say good morning, but I acknowledge to say good morning. I'll nod my head or I'll just kind of wave, and because I'll be in my own thought process of thinking about some things. So get into the habit of saying good morning. Do it now. If you ever come to Denmark, just get into the habit of saying good morning, because your coworkers will love it. Your family members will be like, "Hey," regardless if you're having a crappy day, you stub your toe, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just good morning. That's one of the things that you need to, excuse me, embed in your head. That was from, oh, my phone reset. Come on. That was from Mr. Malcolm Awesome. And the next one, excuse me, is what happens when you talk a lot and you don't drink enough water during the day. Excuse me. And this next question is Oh my God, these names. Gatzilla? Gatzilla. I hope. Gatzilla. Gatzilla. Bizarre name. Gatzilla wants to know. Says, "Hey, favorite vlogger, how you doing? I want to know, what are the things you miss about the States, and have you ever considered coming back?" I may have fielded this question, but just for fun, I'll field it again. I have what's called a family halt here with my wife. Mainly, I left because things for me back in the States in Florida was not it just was not. All I really had was my mother, and I love my mom to death even to this day, but there was some other situations that I can't really go into depths, and I don't want to go into detail because I've finally let it go. I'll just say there was some. It wasn't abuse or anything like that, but it's just the atmosphere there for me was not. It was not good. And I know people are gonna be like, "Why didn't you want to stay with your friends or something like that?" It just I didn't want. I'm not the third wheel type. I don't like the cramped people style. So by me moving to here, it made things easier for me, and I felt more at ease here. I don't. I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna come back because I'd be lying if I did. There could be a chance I come back, but it wouldn't be fair to my wife. It wouldn't be fair to my kids because that's all they know here is Denmark. That's all they know. They don't know the States like how I know. My daughter, she knows some of it. She knows that daddy comes from another land. But I would never, never, never in like I never could put them in that situation because I think of all the horrible things, and don't get me wrong, I love my country. I love my land. There are just some horrible things that are going on that I would never in a million years put my family in harm's way for it. Just because I miss the States. No, not in a million years. Their safety always comes first. And I told my wife that from the get-go. I said, if something was to ever happen, I would never pull you away from what you know. I would never pull you away from your family because my wife has a better bond, a better connection with her family than I do with mine. So let's just say it was nothing. It was nothing horrible, nothing bad. I just felt it was a better lifestyle change for me. Things could have gotten better, and things have gotten better. I mean, I own a home. I own a fucking huge television. To be totally honest with you, I thought about this not too long ago. I'd probably still be home with my moms at the age of 35. But now, granted, I at that point in time too, I was taking an education. I was trying to get out, but I'd probably still be living up under my parents' roof if it wasn't for my wife. And that's sad to say, but it's real shit. It's real life. And I kind of, it probably would have happened. It probably still would be happening. Living at home and to the point my mom and my parents, or my mom, my stepdad, they'd be sponging off me regardless of however much money I'm making. If it was minimum wage or if it was just, just enough to squeak by. So, that pretty much fields that. As for, like I said, I could never in a million years dream of giving up my American citizenship. Never, ever. I love the States, but I like it here because it's, I don't want to say it's for the common man. They do things to help you. Put it like that. You will never really have to worry about anything. Realistic, you might, but stupid stuff like, oh, well, I have enough money to pay for rent this week or this month. Well, I have enough money to keep my lights on. Well, I have enough money to have food in my refrigerator. Unlike in the States where it's like, oh my God, a gallon of milk costs damn near almost $6. You don't, that type of shit you don't have to worry about over here. I think at the very most, the only thing I worry about is why do I have to wait so long to get this surgery? And it's been 3 months. That's about it. Because they have this saying, I guess, you live to work, don't live to work, work to live. So I kind of live by that philosophy, but I can never give up my American citizenship, not for a million years. I love the States. I love the red, white, and blue. It will always come first, but we got to make a change. There's some things that like education. Oh my God. Education is so real over here. And when I say it's real, it's like it's real. If you want to go for education, the government gives you money. You don't give the government money, unlike how it is in the States. You don't have to pay tuition and $5,000 for a book that you're never gonna crack open and get past chapter 2. You don't have that problem over here. I don't know about elsewhere, but I know in the States, those college years, jeez Louise, man. But those are just a few of things. I don't want to go into huge details and huge depths and waste a lot of time because I am ridiculously tired. I'm going to go to bed soon. But that was that for that question. Yeah, I think I'll stop here. What I'll do is I'll stop here, and I might field some more questions again in the next couple of days. So please submit your questions, favorite vlogger, and I will see you guys on the next video. Please have a great night. I'll see you again.